Hi, this is Jackie, and I'm going to do a video about how to see the work that has been returned for you in Canvas, and also, and most importantly, how to save comments that are made on your papers by your teacher. Now, there are a few ways to get some grades back in Canvas. One is if you have some kind of a quiz. As you can see over here, I have some feedback. I have a reaction paper, number 1. I can see my score and also any comments that are made. I can also see that the syllabus quiz has been done and the score was 22 out of 22 and there are no comments. But in the Jhumpa Lahiri interview, you can see that it hasn't been graded yet. The kinds of assignments that I want to focus on right now are ones where you submit an attachment. For example, if you need to submit a document. In this case, I want us to look at reaction papers. So in order for me to see my feedback on the reaction paper, I can go ahead and click here, or I can scroll down and find the reaction paper module. And you can see them right there. So either way, I can click on here, or I can click up here. Let's go ahead there. So you can see this particular screen. Let me get rid of these guys. You can see this particular screen, and again, it gives you a lot of information. It tells you when you submitted the assignment, right here. It also shows you what was the document that you turned in. And over here, you can see the comments that you made to the instructor, and also the comments that the instructor made to you. Now, it may seem like, in this case, the teacher, me, hasn't made any comments on this paper, but that's not true. These comments are the ones that are made in this box right here, but there are a lot of comments that are on the paper itself. So what I want to do is look at this part of the screen. Notice that it has the name of my file. In this case, this is the actual file that I turned in. It doesn't have any comments on it. But if I click on View Feedback, I can see the document with all these kinds of markings on it. And this is called Looking at the Paper in CroodocComm. Notice the little crocodile there and CroodocComm. And what CroodocComm allows me to do, or any teacher to do, is to make comments on the paper. Sometimes the teacher might cross something out and correct a mistake. Sometimes the teacher might highlight something and then make a comment about it. Sometimes the teacher might use different colors in the highlighting. And also just comments in general. Now this is the kind of assignment that you can turn in again. And so if you get a 0 on it, you can turn it in again. But you need to be able to save this document. So this is very important. Whenever you get an assignment back that is in the form of a document and it's been graded in CroodocComm, you want to look at this symbol right here, this down arrow. We want to click on that to download, and it's giving us two options. It's letting us either download the file or download an annotated PDF. The download file is the actual file that you turned in, and you should probably have that on your computer or your flash drive or someplace. But it doesn't have my comments. But this one does, where it says download annotated PDF includes comments. That's the one that you want to keep. So go ahead and just click on that. So now it's asking me if I want to open the PDF. I want to open it. And now you can see all the comments that I made on this paper. These comments don't really mean anything, but the comments that I make on your paper, you'll need to do a rewrite. So I want you to notice up here in the corner the name of this file. It's just doc.pdf. That's not a very useful file name. So when you do a file save as, you want to do a file save as PDF, and then give it the name of the assignment. So for example, if this is George Reaction 1, I'm going to put that there, and maybe what I should do is mark it. We can say graded or something else so that you know what it is. And I'm going to put it on my desktop so that I can find it. So once I have a file name for it, I can click on Save. And now I can print this if I want to, and if I'm using a color printer, the comments will come out in color. You can print it and leave it in your notebook, so if you want to talk about it in class, or just leave it on your computer or flash drive, and when we are looking in a computer lab, we can talk about the paper if you'd like to. You might wonder why this is an important step for you to do. And that's because as a student, if you need to turn this paper in again, for example, let's say you got a 0 on it and you need to resubmit it. When you resubmit the paper, the old one will disappear, and that means that any comments that I have made will disappear. And then if I had corrections on your paper or specific instructions that I wanted you to follow, all those things will disappear unless you save a PDF copy of that file. So that's how you save the comments as a PDF file. You can either print them or put them on a flash drive for yourself.